Can you hear me now, yo? Yo, why? Can you hear me? I don't know why they always do that, yo. Like, I don't be saying nobody else go through this type of shit. Like, I watch hella people lives. Well, not hella people, but I watch a few people lives, and I don't never see no situation where their lives be malfunctioning like this. Can't hear, be getting cut off. Like, come on, YouTube, man, tighten up, man. God damn, I ain't that bad, yo. Like, it's people that go way, you ready? They go way off the deep end. I don't go off the deep end like that. Though I do say what need to be said. Yeah, man, that's one thing for certain. Are we clear? Cause sometimes when I be out back, we don't be clear. Yeah, let me know if we clear or not, man. Yo, so why is the federal government looking into the Lord TJ situation? Y'all heard about that? Listen to this shit. I'm ready to get my computer in a minute. So listen to this, though. I think I need to ride to the store first, for real. Lord TJ Feds. Ain't nobody else report on this shit. Where the fuck is niggas getting this shit from? Well, I know Sean Cotton posted it. Hold on. Look at this shit. The fucking feds is investigating Lord TJ and the whole offset shit. So look at this. The FBI Miami released photos from offset Lord TJ shooting, announcing they had taken over the case. Why is the feds taking over the case? They must think whatever gun that was used. Hold on. Was trafficked from another state. Oh, shit. Here we go, right here.
The April 15th tax deadline is coming, and your max refund is a few steps away with TurboTax.
Developing now, new clues in the search for the people who shot former Migos rapper Offset.
And the FBI releasing new images today in connection with that case that sent the star rapper to the hospital. Local 10 crime specialist Bridget Matter live in Hollywood today with the latest on what she's learned. Bridget.
The FBI now asking the public for help in their investigation. We're now seeing new images. We want to show you these just released from the FBI. The FBI wants to talk to two men in these photos about the night Offset was shot, which was April 6th. Agents say the men left the Hollywood Hard Rock Hotel and Casino valet area in two Chevy SUVs, a matte gray Tahoe and a black Suburban. And we do have a still image from the Hard Rock surveillance footage showing some sort of confrontation. The FBI says a group assaulted the lone victim and a single shot was fired, hitting Offset. Investigators say someone attempted to steal the rapper's watch after the shooting.
One shot was fired, yo. She's serious. So this is the crazy thing about this, right? You got the feds investigating Offset. I mean, the shooter Offset. You have Offset tell Atlanta Maz would just disassociate itself from the United States. Yo, cause that'd just be too much. Yo, Atlanta is ruined. Atlanta ruined hip hop, man. I think it's safe to say that, man. Atlanta ruined the image, not hip hop, but it ruined the image of the rapper. like destroyed it. Like it ain't no coming back. But the crazy thing about it is that we always like growing up. Like I remember it was a time when a nigga said he wanted to rap. You like, you want to be a rapper? Like, what the fuck, a rapper? You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, y'all niggas looked at rappers as clowns. Like, I don't know when it transferred into, like, people really started actually believing rappers. Maybe in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s. But this Atlanta exposed the truth about rappers. Like, them niggas ain't living like that. A lot of them. And you see the ones that is living like that. The ones that is living like that is going to jail, man. They getting killed and they going to fucking jail. And yo, too, y'all, I'm starting to think that the blogs, I think the feds are using the blogs, right, to diminish the image of the rapper. In order for, so when they come down with charges on these niggas, it don't raise no alarms. It's always like, oh, fuck him. He in the streets anyway. Like, that's the... Yo, because the blogs are doing a good job of trying to kill the image of the streets. Or the image of the street guy. Like, they are doing an excellent job at that shit, man. Like, it's crazy. The amount of people that co-sign snitch behavior nowadays is amazing. I never would have thought I'd seen a day. I ain't think nobody respected the snitch. I ain't even think you had to be in the streets. I know women that don't even like niggas that's told, like. But it's amazing to me that they investigating Lord TJ now. But you got the mob ties guys out in Texas saying like they got immunity. And I don't say that to say that they need to be investigated. I say that for the people that's hanging with them niggas. You feel me? Like, I can't be around a group of niggas and a lot of things is going on. Niggas is dying. Niggas is getting shot. But nobody is going to jail. That's questionable to me, man. I'd be like, man, fuck that. Something ain't right. You feel me? Or if niggas do go to jail, it ain't, it ain't never reaching the top. It's always the underlings. Nah, fuck that. I gotta get away from these niggas, man. Shit a little strange over there at mob ties. You feel me? Because Lord TJ had been involved around a couple incidents. We had the one shooting that happened at the hotel when he got shot up real bad. I think it was a situation that I think he called a gun case. Now you got this shit with Offset. But for the feds to get involved so fast, it's crazy to me. Being as though it's other people who the feds just saying like they just don't touch. We don't want nothing to do with them. It's not to me, they can just do whatever, get away with whatever, and we ain't fucking with them. That's strange to me, man. And I couldn't be in no crew like that. I couldn't hang around no group of guys like that. Yo, I got to get away from y'all niggas, yo, because what's really going on? Because what I know about the streets is, yo, when niggas start dying, niggas start going to jail. That's how that shit always been. Yo, you can have a block that's selling drugs and they have a fucking 7-year run. You heard me? 8-year, maybe a 10-year run. Long as nobody's dying, man, that drug trafficking organization can go on for years. Man, the minute bodies start dropping, either by way of murder or by way of motherfucking overdosing, man, niggas going to jail, man. You know, when niggas start getting killed or fiends start overdosing, you know indictments is coming. They coming. It always, I mean, at least that's how it is in Baltimore. I don't know how it is other places, but in Baltimore, you can sell drugs, y'all, and not go to jail for that shit. It don't be no RICOs, no nothing. As long as it's just drug selling. The minute niggas start dying, yeah, they coming. And what they do is, they come with a RICO. They come with a RICO and just add the drug shit in there. That's how they do it. Hell yeah, man, that's how that shit go. So if I was in the crew like Mob Ties and I see everything that's going on, but yet ain't been no indictments, man, shit, I can't fuck with y'all niggas, y'all. I don't know what's up with y'all niggas. I don't know if y'all working. I don't know if y'all sending niggas off to go to prison while y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. But I can tell you this, I won't be a part of that shit. Fuck no. I can't be a part of it like that. That's one thing I know. I know when it's time to go. The one thing my brother always told me, man, rest in peace to Bucky Beaver, man. Yo say, yo, when it's time to go, it's time to go, man. You know what I mean? Don't wait for nobody. That minute you wait might be the minute them motherfuckers blitz the block or stick up boys come through or niggas come through spinning. Man, when it's time to go, you go. Straight up. That's that nigga always told me, right? Man, straight up, yo, like, I wouldn't be hanging with them niggas. It ain't no silence in that. Ain't no comfortability in that. And being around the niggas with hella shit going on. And when you understand how this shit work, you understand, yo, these people don't play. Yeah, man, these enforcement agencies, they don't play, man. Them niggas is coming, man. For real. Like, they don't play that shit, yo. See, I didn't been investigated, yo, so I know, like, yo, these people will, depending on the crime, yo, these people will exert all their resources. All their resources. I'm talking about wiretaps, confidential informants. Hey, what the fuck is y'all doing, man? Chill out. What else? Wiretaps, confidential informants, surveillance. Yo, you the one motherfucking playing. All that dumb ass screaming. Yo, crazy as shit. Yo, that little ass Doug be bullying yo, man. That nigga started screaming. He ain't want to play no more. Yo, crazy as shit. But, yeah, yo. Damn, man. They don't play none of that shit, yo. I'm trying to tell you. They do all that. Whatever. House raids. You know what I mean? Cell phone data extractions. You heard me? Man, man, they do all that. They get warrants for everything they need to get warrants for. Yeah, Nico was scared as shit. You heard him. That nigga started screaming. Yo, a bitch. Yo, crazy. But, yeah, yo, they don't play, man. So if I'm in a group, if I'm with a group of guys, and they ain't doing all that on the back end, man, fuck that. I can't be around these niggas. And I know what we into. I know, and these things are public. It's different if it ain't public. Yo, this shit, these are public situations. Man, I'm getting the fuck away from these niggas, man. I won't be mob ties no more. You heard me? What's up, Bria? Oh, fuck that. Y'all keep that mob tie shit over there. You feel me? That boy's on a sinking ship. I know when to leave, y'all. I'm telling you, that's like a skill. Know when to leave, man. If you out here in the streets and you hang with a group of guys, man, know when it's time to start changing your number. You feel me? Start changing your number, start lying to niggas, man. Shit, I ain't coming out today, my guy. I'm ready to take my kids out. I tell you, yo, because you don't want to get caught in the mix. That shit hard to get out of. That's hard to get out of. Let me get my computer, y'all. Hey, why the fuck you start screaming like that, yo? You look like a hoe, yo. I can't forget. We can't forget their biggest resource, at least in today's time. Social media slander campaigns. That's their number one resource right now. Bloggers and social media slander campaigns. Yo, but did y'all hear about the scientists? They say 10 scientists have been either missing or dead. 10 of them motherfuckers. Man, come on, man. Oh, I ain't too. Oh, there you go. Look at this shit, yo. Y'all gotta look at this for people that didn't know. Now, how the fuck is 10 scientists missing and that shit going unnoticed? Look at this shit. This shit is crazy. So J.R. going off. You need to I'm gonna talk about y'all. Look at this.
Questions that others aren't. Los Angeles Magazine control.
I ain't like the screen off. Yo, we clear? I need to go to the store, y'all. Alright, we clear now. Hot Mo. Look, he on News Nation too. Bluffing ass nigga. I knew he was a plant. What's up, Edward? No, he was a plant the whole time. Now it's like he on multiple platforms and shit.
Contributor Lauren Conlin. Great to see you again. Not wearing an alien dress. Totally fine.
Not tonight.
Who is this guy, Garcia?
Stephen Garcia, man, Jesse, this one is chilling to me because, as you said, it echoes Neil McCaslin's disappearance right down to
the same thing.
The same thing, the state of New Mexico. So Stephen Garcia, I mean, he had a top security clearance at KCNSC.
Is that per a source, though? A source said that.
This is per a source.
Okay.
Yes, per a source that was close to Garcia. But look, where he worked at KCNSC, I mean, they manufacture 80% of non-nuclear components that go into...
All these people got top-notch clearance. Like, how the fuck is this not being thoroughly investigated? 10 scientists with top-notch clearance is either dead or missing? I just let you know, man. Like I told you, America don't care about victims, man.
Building military nuclear weapons. And I mean, he oversaw tens of millions of dollars of assets, equipment, some classified, some not. I mean, we don't know what was going on in this guy's head, right? The officials had said that he may have been a danger to himself. He was seen carrying a gun. And it sounds crazy, but between Garcia and General McCaslin, I have to wonder, and again, I know this sounds crazy, but it could be an option here. I mean, is the government doing this? Are they taking out their own people because of XYZ? And wait, I want to point something else out to you, Jesse.
I don't even want to
I'm on a roll. But tomorrow, April 14th, that is when Rep. Anna Luna gave Pete Hegseth this deadline. She requested 46 UAP videos, and look, there's a good reason behind it. I mean, these videos she detailed in this filing, and they say, you know, Iran, XYZ date, you know, 2022, Syria, XYZ date, shaped like a cigar. You know, this is a matter of national security, and this is important because in real time, we don't know what's in the sky. We don't know if this is some kind of, you know, a UAP. We don't know if it's a drone. We don't know enough.
Are you getting any official word from authorities, investigators that are maybe trying to link these 10 episodes? Or are they all disconnected? They're saying you can't make a connection because, again, I mean, you think you laid it out very well. There are eerie similarities.
Of course there are. You're absolutely right. And I've reached out to Rep. Burleson's office, Rep. Burchett's office, and I did hear back from Burleson's office last week. And look, they said, they haven't heard directly from the White House and they haven't brought up General McCaslin's disappearance at all. They were being very safe with me, I want to say. Rep. Burchett's office didn't respond to me at all. But Burchett just said, I forget what show he was on.
Deceased. Yo died, what's this? He died in 2023. Yo died in 2024. 2025, 2026. Missing, 2026, 2025, 2025, 2025. Look at the 1, 2, 3. 6 of these motherfuckers is missing. And all these people got top clearance. Now, 67, it might have just been his time to go, I mean, we don't know. But at 48, 59, 61, still got a lot of life at that age. You still got a lot of life at 67 too, for real.
But he just said he talked to, quote, folks at the White House about this and that President Trump is about to do some disrupting. I just don't believe it. Obama tried to release these UFO files. Clinton tried to release them. Nothing happened. I get it. People think Trump is different, but what's so different? I mean,
there has been a lot of questions about, did they get any call? Did they get any messages? Because just to leave the house, these people, allegedly armed.
All these people deal with the same type of stuff, UFOs. Like, for some reason, they trying to keep this UFO shit secret. But I think common sense will tell you that we're not the only beings in the motherfucking galaxy. I think common sense to say that. Like, I don't think that it take much thought. And, I mean, I don't know. But I always thought that, of course, in the whole galaxy, y'all think we the only beings? Like, I think that is ignorant to say. I think that is ignorant. But, yeah.
In such a strange way. I mean, even with McCaslin, there's an allegation that he didn't want to be found. And anything about what they were up to in the days, weeks, hours before?
So there is nothing public, and I mean, I am digging right now. Yeah. It's tough. You want to reach out to family members, you want to reach out to friends, but you want to do it in a way that's not so invasive. I mean, their family members are missing. This is very serious. And I saw a Facebook post, Stephen Garcia's, I think it was his niece, who was like, has anyone seen my uncle, just begging, pleading. And so you really have to think about the protections for whistleblowers as well. There's so much that needs to be said, and it's just
ain't no protection for whistleblowers, man. Like, I mean, just like ain't no protection for rats. Whistleblower ain't nothing but a rat. Just a more dressed up term into saying it. Ain't no protection for whistleblowers in America, man.
It's terrible.
You might not know the answer to this. Did they know each other? Did any of these people know each other, work together in the same Venn diagram? I mentioned New Mexico together, but...
Right. Well, we discussed last week, we discussed Monica Reza, who worked alongside or underneath Neil McCaslin, and they both were stationed at Wright-Patterson. So there is a connection there. I haven't made connections between any of the others just yet. I do... know that it is interesting. Carl Grillmayer, I've been looking into his death, the Caltech astrophysicist. I did notice some neighbors in the area, and he lives in a very remote area. They also worked in aerospace research, which, again, I wish I had all day to focus on this story, Jesse. I really do. But But I'll get there. I will.
It's
I will
not
get the
going
answers.
anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's being amplified again and again and again because this is so strange on so many different levels. I know you're going to stay on top of it. Lauren Conlon, great to see you. Thanks for giving us some insight.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, y'all. Let's see. I put another. Let's see how deep you'll go into it.
Oh, I don't even want to.
This one. Joining us now is Lauren Conlon. She's the East Coast contributor for LA Magazine. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Sure. Thank you for having me and covering this story.
Yeah, so let's talk. I mean, we've had
Who
a
knows?
great amount of interest, a lot of inquiries around
It
all
could
of
be.
these
It
missing
could.
scientists.
They could have disappeared and went off the grid. Like, I don't know. Nobody knows. Like, the United States government not even making this an issue. Like Pam Bondi, I think that's the girl name. She just. I think that was her. The fuck, bitch. Fucking bugs. The White House press secretary just spoke on it.
First
First time
some
ever.
of these mysterious circumstances. Let's put this latest one up here on the screen. We have a missing nuclear official becomes the 10th person tied to this dark pattern surrounding U.S. secrets. So top line, Lauren, you've actually dug into the circumstances of these. Is this a real story? Or is the Daily Mail or the tabloids, are they making it more out than it should be? Or should we all really be paying attention?
I mean, I think we should all be paying attention. I think this is very important that this is coming to light. So I think the people that say, oh, well, you know, it's a coincidence because this happened in 2022. This happened in 2019. No one was paying attention then, but we're paying attention now. And what we're seeing is a pattern. And I don't want to sound cliche here because I think what's going on beyond some of the mysterious circumstances of these deaths or of these disappearances. You know, we're seeing names like Michael David Hicks, who was a NASA scientist. And, you know, off the top of my head, I'm like, well, I don't necessarily think that it's so odd that there's no cause of death listed. He didn't have an autopsy. You know, we don't know his religion, etc. But then when you see a pattern, you know, someone else whose death kind of echoed that, like Frank Maywald. You have to wonder, is it one? Possibly, and I'm speculating, you know, they did take their own life, and this is because out of respect for the family, they don't want this out there. Or is it the elephant in the room here? Is it something bigger? Is it something connected to the government where these people have a lot of classified information? You know, I don't even want to, I've gotten a lot of heat for saying that. And I want to be clear, I don't have proof of anything, but I am just saying the elephant in the room. The government is not above this, and it doesn't always go through the president. The president doesn't always know what the hell is going on.
Right? May not even be our government.
And so I go back to saying, you know, Tim Burchett, love him, love the guy, but he's like, President Trump will disrupt. He will do this. Okay, go for it. We'll all be waiting. I just don't see that happening. President Clinton said he wanted to release the JFK files, you know, also the UFO files. That never happened. Obama, you know, really wanted to release the UAP files, talked very highly about Area 51. Nothing happened there. There's a reason for that, guys. And I know that whistleblowers have come out and said that we might be ready, right? As a society, we might be ready.
That's saying, like, yo, they mad, like,
I think,
yo, who would be surprised? Like, honestly, like, would people really be surprised to know that there's other beings out here? Like, real talk, would that surprise people? I wouldn't be surprised. Now, if they was to come out with the extent of the extent of it, you know, how, you know, the things that they know about whatever this shit that's going on out here and their capabilities, that might, you know, frighten some people. You know, if they was to be honest and truthful about that. But just the fact of saying that, yo, it is of we ain't the only ones. I don't think that'll frighten people, man. Like, I don't. I mean, it wouldn't frighten me.
it's twofold. I think it's a tough answer. What I will say, why we want more transparency now and why the House Oversight Committee is demanding these 46 UAP videos is because we are at war, guys. I mean, it is very important because if you look at this list of videos, you know, they do indicate some videos, or I'm sorry, some UAPs are flying over Iran in 2022, Syria, one shaped like a cigar. We're talking about conflict areas. So we are not able to tell in real time if this is a drone, if this is a UAP, or if this is some kind of enemy defense. And so I think that, you know, us getting transparency, it'll be a big difference in whether or not we face disaster or defense.
Well, and let's get this next headline up on the screen. This is from the New York Post last week on the case of Michael Hicks. Another mysterious NASA death as ninth scientist linked to secret programs dies. Now, in the case of Michael Hicks,
that was last week. They moving fast, ain't they?
Death was in July of 2023.
Right.
The Post reports, quote, "It is unclear if there's any foul play linked to Hicks's death, but his obituary asks for donations in his memory to go to Alcoholics Anonymous." He joins 8 other scientists or top officials who have died or disappeared recently. A couple of things I just want to zero in just from that last paragraph. First of all, evidence of foul play limited in this case. Looks like they're asking for donations to Alcoholics Anonymous. Secondly, when they say, quote, recently, this is a death back in 2023. People are going into the records, doing what journalists should do, and trying to connect the dots, see if there are any more dots to be found, frankly. So are there similarities that stand out in these cases? I have seen a couple of them where it seems like maybe there's a pre-existing substance condition, but that doesn't, or substance abuse condition, but we don't have any confirmation. We don't know what that actually could mean in the context of the deaths and disappearances. Even that question of which of these are deaths and which of these are disappearances, now that we're up to 10, it's sort of all hard to wrap your head around. So maybe help us find patterns that you've noticed.
Yeah, you're right about that. And we don't have enough info. I am in the process of reaching out to certain family members that I can find. Some of these deaths, though, and I'm talking specifically about the deaths that we are 100% confirmed on, like Carl Grillmere, these are very fresh. I don't feel, as a human being, just comfortable reaching out to a widow right away, right? But, Michael David Hicks, it's been a few years, and I go back to saying, I don't necessarily think that his death is directly connected to, let's say, General McCaslin's death. I think Michael David Hicks's death could be more connected to Frank Maywald, and possibly, yes, they were dealing with substance abuse issues, and that could be connected to everything that they were working on, everything that they knew, and I don't have proof of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
So can you just explain a little bit, if people aren't super familiar, like General McCaslin, you and I are familiar, Frank Maywald as well. What were they working on? What's the possible connection? Because you've done a great job of actually highlighting the suspicious circumstances around these.
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no tech skills, just Riverside. I get high quality podcast recordings right.
Yeah, so Frank Maywald, he was a NASA JPL scientist. He was a principal researcher at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab. And so he was trying to detect signs of human life on other planets. I obviously don't know what he found. He knows what he found. I'm assuming a handful of people know what he found. I don't think Congress knew what he found, but I don't know. And Carl Grillmere, what I will say about his death, I connect Carl Grillmere's, let's go back. I will say Neil McCaslin's death. General Neil McCaslin, he was a retired Air Force general, and he retired a number of years ago, but he was stationed at one point at Wright-Patterson. That's in Ohio, and if you're not familiar, reportedly, they hold extraterrestrial debris from the 1947 Roswell crash there. Again, I've never seen it with my own eyes, but he also worked with Monica Reza there, and she was a rocket science. She co-patented the Mondaloy, or co-invented the Mondaloy. So she was very, very intelligent, as was General McCaslin, and Monica Reza disappeared while hiking in June of 2025 in California, and Neil McCaslin disappeared in February of 2025, just walking out of his house in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So these are months apart. Monica Reza gives me chills. Number one, she seemed to have disappeared into thin air. She was behind a friend or two while hiking about 30 feet. It's kind of like they look back and they're like, hey, and then a second later, or I don't even know, a minute later, she's gone. Vanishes into thin air. There's very little known about this search, but what I could find was that they had a canine dog. They were sniffing around. They found a hat. Her scent stopped at this hat. I mean, what? And she was actually marked deceased and had like some kind of biodegradable burial. And
The fuck they motherfucking UFOs came and picked their ass up? Like, yo, this shit crazy, yo, but, man. Hey. I don't know.
I know that anybody can go online and do this. You know, I understand how that works, but that's very odd that someone would do that when there was no body and there was no statement from NASA, no nothing. We just kind of skimmed over this. And what I'll say is, and again, I don't have proof, but former FBI agent Chris Swecker, he has a lot of great information and a lot of great intel about what happens when these people are possibly kidnapped and tortured for intelligence. And he's not saying it's by our own government, right?
Cut that shit out.
We don't know who it is. We're not saying that it's not.
Yeah.
Right? But there's all these options. And then Neil McCaslin, this is very similar to the 10th person missing, the 10th official, Stephen Garcia. Both of them were last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mentioned General McCaslin walked out of his home. At the time, his wife didn't know if any guns were missing from his gun safe, but officials from the sheriff's office later reported that he was missing a revolver. He didn't take his phone, didn't take his wallet, nothing that he would need, not his glasses. And Stephen Garcia, and I think I mentioned this was February of 2026. Stephen Garcia, he is another official tied to, he had top security clearance at KCNSC out of New Mexico. He was in charge of all of the classified equipment and assets, tens of thousands of dollars. And, you know, this is through a source. I do not know his job description, you know, verbatim here, but he also was last seen walking around New Mexico with a handgun. And so, you know, with Stephen Garcia, it was stated by officials he could be a danger to himself. Neil McCaslin, there was a silver alert, and his wife, in this very, in my opinion, disturbing 911 call, kind of indicates that, quote, he may not want to be found. She said he deliberately changed his clothes before he left. She said he was experiencing this brain and mental fog, and this is one of the reasons that he retired. And she just said he was getting frustrated. But she never would have thought that it would have meant this. And she's been criticized about this 911 call. And I don't want to criticize her because she called immediately, you know, when she realized he was gone, and everybody reacts differently. I don't think that she would have thought that it would have been anything like this. She just said he was kind of frustrated. The last thing I'll say, the last thing I heard from authorities was that they found an Air Force sweatshirt a couple of miles away, but they have not confirmed whether or not that belongs to General McCaslin. So I've got to make some calls. And then lastly, I know I am blabbing so hard right now.
Keep going.
One of the deaths that I am very, very invested in, and I think this is this kind of crosses over into some other things we're mentioning in society right now. But Carl Grillmere, he was a Caltech astrophysicist, reportedly a genius, who's doing amazing work in finding water on other planets. He lived in Llano, California, in a very isolated area. I mean, you can pull up the map and you can just see his house, very isolated. So in December of 2025, he sees a guy walking on his property who we now know is Freddie Snyder, carrying a rifle. And he's freaked out, obviously, so he calls 911. Freddie Snyder gets arrested. He says, oh, I was going to the post office. I just needed this to protect myself against wild animals. Well, the post office was the other way. And he gets arrested, and for whatever reason, you know, they give him a felonies charge. And or I shouldn't say for whatever reason, whatever reason is they let him go. They release him ROR after that felonies charge. And by February 6th, prosecutors dropped the charge entirely. The judge dropped the charge entirely. There's some kind of California penal code where essentially it says in lay terms, if you don't have any priors, you know, something like this would make sense. We're going to drop this. We're not going to keep you coming back to court, etc. Well, that was February 5th. By February 16th, Freddie Snyder allegedly goes back and shoots Carl Grillmere in the torso on his porch at his home. And now Freddie Snyder is sitting at Twin Towers, I'm assuming, you know, pretty close to Nick Reiner, and waiting arraignment. He gets arraigned April 29th. So what's crazy is that California is so ridiculous with their court dockets and their papers. I've had to write letters to get indictments. I've had to send FOIA requests here. But one thing I will say is Carl Grillmer's wife has spoken out. It was right before I went on News Nation last week. The producers, we were all kind of diving in. They were making calls. And his wife said it's not connected to any of these other scientists. That's her belief. Neil McCaslin's wife came out and said it's not connected. The Bernalillo County's Sheriff's Office in New Mexico has said enough with the conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
I get it. I totally get it. Neil McCaslin's wife also works in aerospace research, and Carl Grillmer's wife, she's a widow. She probably saw this crazy person with her own eyes. But my question is, why was he released? Why was he there? He was absolutely targeting him for a reason. This house is way too isolated. And reportedly, he did live in the area, this Freddie Snyder guy, and neighbors, I say neighbors because it's miles apart, they said he was a little unhinged. I mean, it's bothering me. I can't help it. It's bothering me.
I see what you're saying.
And
if you look at every individual case, it is a possible explanation. And yeah, in no way, the widows, of course, they don't want to be harassed. And anybody who's watching this, please don't harass these people, right? And, and leave them alone at the very least. Let's go to the authorities, and those are the people who we can ask. But as you said, members of Congress and others, they're worried about this. That seems to be maybe an indication of something bigger. Maybe they're just responding to media pressure. But from your view, maybe not each individual case, in totality, you see some sort of pattern. You originally opened with UFOs. Why did you make that connection to UFO?
Yeah, it's funny because I always grew up thinking that they're bogus. They're just something in an alien movie. And the more research you do, the more you realize how important it is that we understand what a UAP is. And I'm calling it a UAP because it just sounds less crazy. It really does. And I just feel like we're past the point of thinking, yes, aliens are going to come and invade our country. It's not about that. The House Oversight Committee wrote this letter in March, but they were stemming it from a congressional meeting they had. I think it was back in September. They really started to push again for transparency. And again, this is for the national security reasons. This is a threat. We need to know what is going on in order to defend ourselves as Americans. And I think it's really important. And what's so frustrating.
But can you really defend yourself against them motherfuckers? If what we know or what they put out is true, and these people got this, and these things, or whatever you want to call them, got superior technology over us, how much defending, can we really do? Like, we didn't watch videos where they try to shoot these things down. Them motherfuckers kept going. Like, bitch take a shot and keep moving. Like, y'all seen them videos? Did y'all see the videos where they released a couple, probably about 6-7 months ago, of the UFO they was trying to shoot down? And that bitch just spent around and kept going? I said, oh, shit. Like, I don't think, it probably ain't really too much we could do if we could do anything. Y'all ain't see those videos?
Is that the list of UAPs that were actually due on today. Oh, I'm sorry. It was yesterday, April 14th, they were due. No one from the Pentagon responded until Rep. Anna Luna had to reach out.
I know.
And apparently, I was born at night, but not last night. Someone didn't pass the letter on to the proper authorities. So we're not getting it yet. But they claim that this is coming. This is coming, and the president authorized this release. So we're going to see it soon. I'm just like, okay, guys, release another Epstein dump for us so we look this way while you guys ramble. It's just
coming.
It's so annoying. It's just, it's irritating. And it's like, this is our tax money also. This is our money, going to this. I don't know how much. I'd like to know. I don't think we'll be told the truth. But I think, again, it's important to know that.
Hopefully we all be able to defend ourselves if it ever came down to it. I hope they'll be locking niggas up for it. At that point, I guess you'll be doing a service for the community. All right, yo, but did y'all see this? Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo talked about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci situation. I'm ready to let this run. I'm ready to run to the store real quick. Hit that like button, man. I'm gonna watch on my phone.
Work with Gucci, man. Shout to Zaytoven. Yeah.
I got my man Legend Lenny.
Whoa.
It's the
I
Talk
don't
of New
watch
York,
him
Tony
on my phone.
Yayo,
How you back?
Turbulence Tony.
Okay.
And we gonna start it off, man. Gucci Man, Gucci Man, Gucci Man. Just dropped Crash Dummy, produced by Zaytoven. You know, how you feel about that, man?
I don't like it.
Addressing, why you don't like it? Because he's addressing the whole Pooh Shiesty case, and, you know, they in court right now, and, you know, they in jail.
I feel like he ratting on the record.
So you don't feel like...
I'm not a fan of the record. I'm not a fan of... I'm actually mad at Zaytoven for producing it. I think he shouldn't have been a part of that shit neither.
But you can't tell Zaytoven not to work with Gucci, man. Shout to Zaytoven, notorious producer. They did plenty of hits. He's going to always ride with Gucci, man, no matter what. I got records with Gucci, man. You know what I mean? But right now, I mean, I think how the public perceives it is, you know, Gucci Man was the original grave digger. You know what I'm saying? Go pick up your dead man. You know what I'm saying? We just watched that. We just watched that at the Verses, and now you hear the song, you know, talking about allegedly what Pooh Shiesty did to him. But in my eyes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think with all the Big Scar stuff, like wanting the 1017 chain back and the funeral stuff, but they said he paid $20,000 towards the funeral, and Atlantic paid some money towards the funeral. Rest in peace, Big Scar, and condolences to his family.
Definitely.
But his father, I think, if you look up the footage at it, I think his father said something like, shout out to Gucci. So I don't know what it was. But for me, I look at it like, when I seen Pooh Shiesty with shouting out Yo Gotti on FDO, I knew something was wrong.
That's
like
the
something
hardest
was
record
going
out
on
right now. Hardest
and
record
then,
out.
right, shout to Free Pooh Shiesty,
Free
Big
Pooh
30.
Shiesty.
You know, hopefully, you know, they work out the situation, right? Now, I'm thinking in my mind that when I heard him say shout out to Yo Gotti on there, I felt like he wasn't messing with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? At that point. But the allegations, we heard the allegations 3 months ago, you know, and now the feds come sweeping in. Right?
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy. Like, and then we thought he was going to sign to Yo Gotti. Remember, he had the record with Glorilla. Shout to Glorilla. You know, she's
Shout
one
out
of the
to
best
Glorilla.
female rappers out there. He had the record with Glorilla. We don't see the record with Glorilla no more. There was a cease and desist. You know what I mean? On that record, there had to be something, you know, but I'm quite sure Atlantic is not going to let Gucci Man lose one of the biggest guys to have Pooh Shiesty with the biggest record, FDO, on the billboards and making all this money. I don't think they was going to let that deal happen.
I mean, they couldn't stop it. Atlantic couldn't stop it.
No, but he was still signed to Gucci, what I'm saying.
I know, but then he was out the contract.
No, he wasn't out the contract until...
I mean, once Pooh Shiesty made him,
Allegedly, he might have been out the contract forcefully, but it popped up 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But honestly, the feds have nothing. They have no video. They have no weapons.
I guess they just got these guys' statements, allegedly, right?
They got statements, and they got a couple of pictures that dudes do on the gram of some watches, which is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
I know people disappointed in Gucci, man. I'm disappointed in Gucci.
I mean,
I know people disappointed in Gucci, and it's looking bad. Like all the shit he promoted, and on that record, how he's trying to act like, so what? Like he's pressing charges, like you still signed to me, so what, and all that. I don't know. That shit is whack. Yeah, that shit is whack.
And you're still signed to me?
Yeah, whack. That's whack to me.
I mean, that's how a lot of people feel. They feel like it's not a diss record, it's a snitch record. But I mean, you gotta put this in mind, no Merc. He's a businessman now. He got a family. His wife Keisha Kior, you know, she says she controls a lot of the business. So I think it was more of a business.
Gucci rep for the streets. He had a lot of them young boys crashing out.
Yeah, the streets love him, but he's changed. It's not the same Gucci as before, and I think people gotta understand that it's not the same Gucci.
What you think about it?
I feel like it's not the same Gucci as before. I think he's turning into a civilian. And he looks at it as like business, like, okay, my ring costs $50,000. I got to report that to insurance. My watch is probably $100,000. I got to report that to insurance. So what you tell insurance companies, and then what do you tell Atlantic when you sign, you know, the biggest artist in the world, Pooh Shiesty, over to Yo Gotti to get him?
And Gucci supposed to take it to the streets. Gucci supposed to take it to the streets.
I mean, that's what the whole world is saying. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to take it to the streets.
The whole world is saying you're supposed to take it to the streets.
Keep it in the streets, Gucci. Keep it in the streets, man.
That's what the whole world is saying.
I seen some interviews with him talking about how he would never, ever snitch.
And I feel you.
So he supposed to
But
stick to that, man.
But do you agree this is a new Gucci man?
I mean, obviously. I mean,
obviously,
shit.
He's looking at it on a business standpoint where, like I said, his ring was taken allegedly, right? That was supposed to be $50,000. The watch was taken allegedly. That was whatever. He's got a lot of jewelry, whatever. The thing that make it bad, I think, is the song. If he didn't do the song and didn't make a statement that's out there, like a statement,
but his paperwork floating around with his name on it. Then you even had the FBI director said they got statements from him.
I think he should have just kept it quiet, like you said. Just kept it quiet because it's definitely hurting his image out there. And Gucci is like a legend in the South.
Definitely.
A lot of rappers was mad. Finesse 2 times, Honeycomb Brazy. A lot of rappers was like, "Yo, you my hero." Him and Boosie.
Yeah.
So it just. I even think Boosie said something.
I think Boosie said like shaking my head. Boosie said, "I know Boosie disappointed."
Yeah, the whole South is definitely upset. But there's a lot of static, man. There's a lot of drama in the rap game, man. What you feel about the Offset TJ thing?
Free Pooh Shiesty, man. I just want to say that again, man.
Yeah,
Free Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, man. Word up,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
FDO record is going crazy right now. We bumping that all day on this side, man.
Definitely. FDO was definitely the top record. But what you feel about Offset and
oh man,
Lil TJ?
Hip hop been going crazy right now, right?
Yeah. The culture's going crazy. And we ain't even hit the summer yet. And it's just been even in the rap game, the streets been crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I see Offset was back in the back in the casino after being
was
shot.
What was he? Just at Coachella? He was just at
came out at Coachella.
He was just out at Coachella with DJ Who Kid. Shout to DJ Who Kid. I don't think he got shot in the hip. I think he got shot in the leg because he seems like he's moving pretty good. You get shot in the hip, you ain't gonna be moving like that. You know, shout to Offset with a very speedy recovery.
Yep. They said Lil TJ came out the courtroom looking like a young Tupac.
Yeah, he wanted to show the bullet wounds, and he wanted to show the bullet wounds and all that. But for me, I would have just kept my mouth shut because I'm quite sure my lawyer Scott Lehman would have said, "Keep your mouth shut," because we got to remember these casinos are federal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
it's a Fed case. Let's just keep that in mind. It's federal. And
I think he called Offset a rat, right? He said something like Offset said.
And let me tell you, these casinos are not trying to hear people getting shot in front of their venues. That's going to be a big case, and you'll see, because we know.
Offset was back in there a couple days later. I wonder if they cleared his debt that he had.
No, they cleared his debt. Come on, his debt is cleared, and they gave him probably a $10 million credit line, man.
That'd be good.
Offset, he ain't gonna sue. You think Offset gonna sue? Because he's liable to sue, but he's not gonna sue. They probably gonna give him a nice 10 million credit line, and wipe out what he owes supposedly in them Texas that we seen. But I think gambling anyway is just a crazy habit. You know what I'm saying? When you're getting a lot of money, gambling could definitely affect your pockets. I'm not a big gambler. I gamble here and there, but I'm not a big gambler. But the money that dudes be losing is crazy. House money, car money. I think that's when it gets a little ridiculous.
I think I seen something where Offset said he ain't bust nothing either. Like me and Lil TJ, so I don't think Offset gonna rat. I think Offset gonna...
No, Offset not telling.
Offset seems like he keeping it 100.
100% sure. Offset is not telling. Offset is not saying anything. I respect that. Offset is not saying anything. I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying, Gucci?
All right, well, what do you feel about the Offset thing, though? You feel like it's gonna be more drama later down the line? You feel like it's gonna be more static?
Well, it started because he supposedly owed Lil TJ some money, right?
Yeah, 10 bands.
He owed him some bread. Then I seen somebody else say Offset owed him some money too. I think it was Dez Bryant or one of them. One of these football players. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna keep going. They've been having a little beef for a minute, but as long as they ain't in the same spot.
We just gotta worry about the feds because that's definitely gonna be a federal case. Trust me, the casino is not letting that go. So you'll hear more about that in the future. Because once you own a casino and you have a weapon, any kind of gun in the casino, that's federal. You can hardly smoke in the casino. You know.
As long as everybody keep their mouth shut, though. And them cameras don't be too clear all the time. Just keep your mouth shut, man. And everything should be okay.
Definitely, man. Yo, I got to give a rest in peace shout out to my man Stubby. Rikers Island, we got to do a little better. Had a heart attack on the island.
Damn,
rest in peace to my man Stubby from Southside. And rest in peace to my man Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Ricky, man. The violence, let's try to keep the violence to a minimum. It's not even summertime yet. Rest in peace to my man Ricky, man. But on another note, We got to shout out the Ladies, man.
Oh, yeah, the
We
Ladies,
got to
man.
shout out Chris Brown. We got to shout out Usher for the biggest fucking tour that's coming out. Hopefully we can get some tickets away on the show or something like
Definitely.
that. For the biggest tour that is coming, man. What do you think about that? Usher and Chris Brown, you know that's the biggest tour.
I think that's gonna be fucking crazy, man. That's gonna be crazy. It's just in the States, so they're taking it overseas too.
They're gonna take it overseas. I think the first 3 months. I think they start in June or July, and I think till November.
Okay.
So they're gonna be doing
I think that's gonna be crazy. I think the ladies gonna definitely love that.
The ladies, you think?
I think a lot of fellas gonna be upset at their ladies for going out, but I think they're gonna definitely turn up. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think a lot of fellas are gonna come out because they know the beautiful women is gonna be there. So I think it's gonna be more people to come out.
Didn't Chris Brown just have a married lady on stage and the husband was looking all crazy on the sideline?
He definitely was upset about that. Shout to him because I don't even know how he got back with her too. So I guess, it's Chris Brown, so I guess he was okay with it.
Crazy.
Was a little crazy, but shout to him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy tour though, man.
Yeah, Chris Brown and Usher, man. Hopefully we.
What they calling the tour? You know the name of it?
I don't know. Eden, what's the name of the tour?
They just announced an R&B tour. They didn't officially give it a name.
Okay, copy.
Definitely. Hopefully they bring in R&B back, man.
Talking about shows, I see Kanye West just damn near got denied for going into the whole Europe or something like that.
Yeah, he got denied.
The
government refused permission for Kanye West, now known as Ye, to travel to the.
Now that's a good point. I forgot about that. That's why that little TJ. That's why the Feds investigating that little TJ shit. That shit happened. I forgot that shit happened at a fucking casino. Niggas be stupid. I remember it was a time, right, when you was aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? You didn't do things at certain places because you knew. Wait, damn it. Why the fuck all them things that be flying around the fucking the light always wanna go in your house and shit. I stay the fuck outside, man. Yeah, but it was a time when you didn't do things at certain places because you knew that you couldn't get away with it. You couldn't get away with it. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't shoot nobody in the middle of the mall. You understand? Like these are some of the things that I'm saying right now. You didn't shoot nobody at an airport. You didn't shoot nobody at a motherfucking what else I saying? Airport, casino, the mall, Walmart. Like you can't get away with shit like that, y'all. It's like nowadays, like you say, nobody wants to get away. Yeah, even in school zones, you didn't sell drugs next to school zones because you knew that the time doubled. Like it's like this generation of young boys that's out here in the mix. They don't consider none of that. Like I remember this big ass field. What is this shit? Look at this big motherfucker. That bitch big. That shit bigger than a moth, man. That bitch. That's why I stopped. That bitch down there. That bitch flew in my house. I had to push it back out. But yeah, you was aware of your surroundings, yo. You just didn't do things that you couldn't get away with. Like the object of committing crimes was to get away with it. It's like, fuck that now. It's like it is what it is. I go to prison for life about this shit. Yeah, it's about getting noticed. You right, yo. It ain't about getting away no more. It's about getting noticed. Yeah, courthouses, like it's just all type of shit that back when I was running in the mix, you knew that no, I can't do it here. Even if it go down there, I can't do it here, yo. Fuck that. Come down the street some. You feel me? Like we ain't gonna do it right here, yo. Cause right here I'm gonna go to jail, man. I ain't trying to go to jail about this shit. It's like now they don't even give a fuck. At least they say they don't give a fuck until they get caught, and then they be in that bitch crying and shit. That's the fuck be going on now.
UK backlash to his plans.
I don't care
right
about
now.
that though.
That's a big, big market, not for you to be on, and people make the community better or do stuff where you're not spewing hate. You're doing something good.
Positive Jay right here, man.
You are going to do something. Tried to get somebody, you know what I'm saying, and it went bad. And now Detroit is on some shit. We all know what's going on, man. I watch everybody's shit, Seti Nash, Dogface, academics. Everybody's talking about it right now.
Yo, watch all the fuck boys. God damn, hey, yo. You get into keep your G News, man. That's the fuck you need to do. You shouldn't be over there watching Seti Nash, yo. Like that's a violation. Nobody watches Seti Nash to have any moral code. You know what I mean? Like he why watch some motherfucking Seti Nash, nigga? I'm gonna get to that. I don't even want to hear what they gotta say about that. Cause I'm gonna get to that. I really wanted to hear what they say about the Gucci shit.
And I'm just gonna keep it real. And niggas don't.
Trick, that's my guy.
Yeah, and niggas. I mean, this is, it was a good fight. I think, it was on and popping. Actually, it was Mariah.
Security guard had Jada choked up and shit, man. My God,
I fuck with him, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Jada.
Yeah, somebody was booing him. He stopped.
Bashing on the whole Atlanta because it's solid niggas in Atlanta.
Nah, I don't think I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? I would tell.
When I was sleeping on the train.
I don't think I would have handled a situation like that because, I was trained under the G Unit 50 Cent regime. I've been doing shows with him since How to Rob. So, mindset I got from him, he don't care if it's one person or 300 people or 300,000 people or 80,000 people. So, I mean, one person just ruins the whole show for everybody because you stopped the show in the middle of everything. He went in the crowd. Nah, I don't think I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? I would tell security to get him out of here and do it like that, or...
Well, the thing is, though, y'all, JB, you need older people talking about this shit. I know that's a joke, but yo, you need older people talking about this shit, man, because the young generation is confused. They don't know. They're being misled, man. You need motherfuckers that from this older law that talk about things that's going on today, yo, to give a perspective. Because these young niggas is lost.
I'm gonna leave it alone because then it takes the show. The show goes down. The thing about doing performances is you never want the crowd to go down. Right. You know what I'm saying? You want the crowd to always be up in spirit. Like, so for me, I wouldn't have stopped it. The music, keep the music going. You know what I mean? Just like I need them Chris Brown and Usher tickets. And Live Nation. And holla at me. And something for the show too, man. Definitely. They civilians now.
There we go.
Niggas are going to still write.
Who else?
Gucci was beefing, Pooh Shiesty, Offset and TJ. Even the girls are beefing.
Gucci went outside, man.
Who else?
And I don't want anybody to feel like people be bashing on the whole Atlanta because it's solid niggas in Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's official niggas in Atlanta.
Shout out to the whole Atlanta, man.
It's just the rappers. It's the rappers. It's you rap niggas from Atlanta that's making Atlanta look crazy. But it's official niggas and real niggas in Atlanta. But it seemed like the rappers from Atlanta is looking real suspect right now. Y'all niggas looking too friendly with the police and that making statements.
The way I see it, this is the way I see it. I feel like these guys made enough money just to say, I'm a civilian now.
No, you can't do that though, y'all. You know, cause that's a lot of people. You can't. That's culture vulturism, yo. Like, yo, you cannot. And this is the thing that be getting me about when people make excuses for Bun B or Gucci or whoever their favorite rapper is that went bad. Yo, you cannot have a 20-year run of gangster shit. 20-year run, yo, I'm talking about for the rappers. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about rappers, yo. Yo, rappers need to be held at a higher standard than anybody. Because they have a lot of influence, man. Yo, as a rapper, you cannot rap about killing, robbing, drug selling, drug using, and all the other shit that they rap about, and then become a victim of a crime and snitch, yo. You can't do it, yo. You can't. Fuck no. I'm not trying to hear that, you know, yo. You can't. Yo, because the lyrics that they put out does massive damage. Y'all, that's the most important. And people like to say, well, you shouldn't be firing rappers, yo, but that's not even an argument, because people do follow rappers. You feel me? It's documented. Part of the reason that these labels pay these guys so much is because they know people follow them. That's why they get endorsements with Nike, Under Armour, whatever the fuck else they get endorsements with. That's why they get endorsed, because they know they have influence to make people follow. So the argument of, well, you shouldn't be following a rap, but that's bogus. Why? There's no need to say that, because we know that people follow rappers. Whether you do or don't, that can be debated, but people do. And it was designed for people to follow rappers. So when you got a fucking rapper like Gucci Mane or Bun B that been telling niggas a pocket full of stones and selling and selling robbery and selling murder and selling death, you cannot become a victim of the same lyrics that you once spewed and then claim civilian. You can't do it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I debate whoever about that shit. Can't do that shit, y'all. Can't do it. I'm not trying to hear he's no fucking civilian and his wife made him do it and he a businessman. Man, fuck all of that. Nigga, you's a bitch. Like, I be sick of niggas. Like, I don't know what, man. No, fuck that. Nope. Can't do that. Nope. We ain't doing that. Yo, it make me mad. It make me mad seeing people, countless people, like, try to make arguments and co-sign the shit that Gucci did. Like, yo, ain't no co-signing that, yo. There's no co-signing that. And no, he didn't have to crash out. Because that's another thing. That's how people justify their reasoning. Oh, y'all wanted them to crash out. Who the fuck said he had to crash out? Yo, who said Gucci had to retaliate? Now, what people did say, if you are what you said you was, you would retaliate. You know, that's what we would expect of you. But you don't gotta fucking do that. You can take, people take L's all the time. Niggas don't retaliate for everything done to them. You gotta know, in order to survive out this bitch, you gotta know, you gotta pick your battles wisely. But at the same time, you ain't supposed to have no picks either. But you gotta know when you faced with a losing situation. There was no win in Gucci retaliating against Pooh Shiesty. He would have lost. Because you gotta realize you're dealing with some young niggas. They more reckless. Yeah, you got the money, but these niggas will crash on sight. Similar to what I was talking about with the how it used to be. Like, we used to didn't shoot people at fucking McDonald's and gas stations, and because we knew all that shit was on camera. You're going to jail for that shit. You feel me? So when you're an older guy, you got to make sure you doing things the right way, because you got more to lose than this younger person. So you can't jump out the window. So real people that really been outside, that really know how this shit go, if Rimmer would have got out that Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci, and Gucci didn't retaliate, I wouldn't have looked at him crazy. I'd have looked at him with more respect than I look at him now. Most people that really been outside would give Gucci more respect if he didn't do nothing, as opposed to what he did now. And that's a fact. That nigga ain't had to crash out, man. He ain't had to do a goddamn thing. He should have just took an L, because in the streets you take L's. When you out here committing crimes and victimizing people, it's only a matter of time before you become a fucking victim, yo. And when you become a victim, you gotta either retaliate or eat it. And that's what it is.
You can't make all that money off of rap in the streets and talking in the streets. You encouraging niggas to do shit, and now you a civilian.
I feel what you saying. Niggas are gonna still write the music, but hearing what I'm saying is, You went out like a damn crash dummy, and you're still signed to me? That sounds like a civilian now. That sounds like...
Yeah, but that's corny, though.
It was corny, and at the end of the day... Hold up, yo. And at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, that was corny as a motherfucker. You feel me? Like, Gucci lost a lot in this situation, yo. And I swear, it's like, I don't think the average person, the average blogger is really looking at it like that. Like, yo, like I did that video the other day. Yo, Gucci lost a lot. If the goal, if the main objective, right, was to keep Pooh Shiesty under this contract, that was the main objective, then how'd you win? If Pooh Shiesty go to jail for 20 years, I just don't understand. You lost. Yeah, you got him under contract, but it's like a dead contract. It's like dead weight. All you gonna do is eat off the shit that he got in the past. You're not making no future money off this man, yo. You know what I mean? If he'd have did that shit right, yo, he probably could have made $100 million off Pooh Shiesty. Now he might only make 40. He short himself $60 million. You know, just throwing a number out there. He probably short himself about $60 million snitching on a nigga. That was stupid. That's not smart business. Like when people keep saying, "Oh, he a business," yo, that's not smart business, man. That's dumb as shit. You could have worked it out with the man. And I guarantee you, if somebody was to talk to Gucci, and once, cause he might ain't realize it yet. Yo, but he lost everything, yo. Like, yo, he'll never, ever be looked at the same. Go watch that video I did, man. Like, yo, if y'all see how artists were speaking about Gucci, listen to how they speaking about him now. Listen to how, these are artists. Listen to how his contemporaries are speaking about him now. Yo, that is a 180 compared to how they used to speak about him before. And this is how forever, from now on, this is how he's going to be spoken about. And when you factor that in to the, what, let's say 15 million more hours he'd have made. Anybody, Gucci ain't broke. So we ain't talking about a guy that got zero. We talking about when niggas is making millions on top of millions. Niggas is making millions yearly. So you factor, you lost all your credibility. All your credibility, yo. And it ain't, you can't get it back. Like, this is not one of them situations where he's not gonna be able to redeem himself, man. Like, when people keep saying, yo, I think artists are still signed. Yo, if you sign to Gucci Mane 5 years from now, you feel me? Yo, that is gonna be a career killer. Cause niggas gonna be looking at you like, damn, so you a bitch too? Like, if you a gangster rapper, and you sign to Gucci Mane, yo, you can no longer be a gangster rapper. Now, if he turned 1017 to like an R&B label, then man, he might can, you know, I don't know what he'll do with it, but he might can do something. But as far as 1017 and what they had before and try to continue that same pattern, that shit is done. And I don't think too many people gonna be interested in 1017 R&B label. You feel me? Like, that don't even got the same ring to it. What's up, Reed?
I'm not saying it's not corny. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying you gotta see these guys' points. Can I see that?
I can't see his point. If a nigga rat that used to be repping the streets.
I'm not saying I see their points. I see how they feel. They civilians now. Me and you is not civilians. We
so
gonna
either.
forever have beef with niggas or whatever it may be. I'm not saying me and you. I'm not saying what they say is doing right. But what I'm saying to you is in their mind, let me see that. We still sharing blunts? We gonna bring a pound in here. So we just be sharing because we just be see it in the comments. Y'all still sharing. We usually have our dolo
My brother
bolos.
sometimes, you know what it is? I roll like he don't know how to roll up like that.
Nah,
Yeah,
I roll good. He just rolled better than me. So good. But he never pass it. You gonna pass it? Ain't nothing left. You gonna give me some shit, niggas be like, yo, he passed that to me? Trying to style on a nigga. What the fuck is this?
I should still have a butt, nigga.
Now what we just talk about? Niggas gotta keep it street, man.
Where was we at?
Niggas gotta keep it street, man. They gotta keep it street, man.
This is what I'm saying to you guys. I'm not saying don't keep it street. I'm gonna keep it street forever. I'm saying to you that Gucci Man was a hero to the streets. But when you do a record like that, you know in your mind you're not gonna be that hero to the streets. You know if you make a statement, you ain't gonna be the hero to the streets. So his shit is, fuck that. I'm making 24 million off Pooh Shiesty. Fuck that. You went out like a crash dummy. You still signed to me? Because I look at it like this. If it happened 3 months ago, allegedly with the guns and all that, he made him sign. The son probably went to Yo Gotti. Yo, I need the bag. Yo Gotti probably gave him the bag. I believe Yo Gotti, he need it right now. He need an artist. He don't need the money.
I don't think it's fair to keep throwing Yo Gotti in this, man. Yo Gotti ain't never say any of this. So if you notice, I don't do that. Like I don't know if Yo Gotti, if Pooh Shiesty was going to sign Yo Gotti. I don't know if Yo Gotti was going to pay him a bag. I don't know none of that. I don't think anybody know that. You know, I think that's just internet rumors.
Yo, here's $2 million. Boom, he gets the money. Do a record with Glorilla. Gucci getting tight now. Send a cease and desist on the Glorilla record. And yo, we gotta have the meeting. For me, if I was Gucci Man and you on some civilian timing, zoom them crazy Memphis niggas, if that's the case. Like if you knew the Scar family and all that, so allegedly it was tight. Instagram. The sister said something. You wanted the chain back. Wanting the chain back's crazy too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, to me. But for me, if you felt funny, maybe because this nigga on house arrest, he might not go crazy. But you heard what Pooh Shiesty said.
Grandma told me keep the grass low the whole time. I'm the snake.
I'm the snake.
Come
nigga.
on, man. You heard my
Niggas
boy,
say
man.
that in the ride.
You heard my boy, Pooh.
You gotta think twice.
Come on, man. Free Pooh Shiesty.
You gotta think twice. You gotta think twice, bro.
Nigga said them teardrops is played out. Get your favorite bullet on your face,
Yeah,
nigga.
because everybody like real shit. But let's look at the track record, right? Pooh Shiesty blew up in 2020. The same year he robs and shoots the Weed Man and all that, in the McLaren. Allegedly, he did time, nigga. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, man. He
Then,
been fighting for us.
allegedly shoots up the shoots inside a club in 2021. Security. He got locked up for that, right? Then he had 5 years in 2022. In 2025, he was released early, and then he had FDO, and now he's allegedly locked back up for robbing Gucci.
Gucci, you got to drop the charges, man. You got to drop the charges, and you got to convince everybody that was with your team who was in there that's pressing charges to drop them charges, man.
Yo, that's the only way Gucci. And that's real. That's why I say we need these type of niggas. Seti Nash and none of them fuck boys ain't gonna say none of this. Like you need older people speaking on it. Yo, that is the only way that Gucci can salvage at least his label. His name is forever tarnished. But if he want to salvage his label, that's what he's gonna have to do. Like everybody keep calling him a CEO, but he don't have no artists. Yo, if Gucci's a CEO, I'm a fucking CEO. I'm the new CEO of fucking Keep It G News Records. Fuck it. But the nigga ain't got no artists, yo. Like how you a CEO and nobody's working under you? Now he might be a CEO of other ventures, but the CEO of 1017. Nigga, who the fuck? He don't have no artists, y'all. You haven't had no artists for a while now. You feel me? Like Fujano been locked up, Pooh Shiesty been locked up. He cut everybody else. Fujano was gonna run out. So like, what is he a CEO of, yo? Like I asked somebody that shit in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But he is CEO of what? What? Keisha own like what she own like a lash company or something? Like he might be the CEO of that, you know, CFO or co-CEO or whatever the fuck he is. But he ain't this 1017, not even a label. That shit's a motherfucking afterthought at this point.
You can't.
Well,
do
they
the
might
young,
beat the case
You
anyway.
can't do
Like,
the young boy like that.
well, there's
man.
no listen.
You can't do that shit.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen.
but-
Good for them. There's no video.
Yeah, man. You can't do that shit.
Even if they do pick it up, at least he better hold his head on. I mean, I ain't followed through with it. You know, some people look at that differently. You know, I think that's still snitching. But, you know, me, how I look at niggas, like, if you going talking behind closed doors, you might go on that stand too. That's my take on it. But some people look at it like, well, shit, he ain't go all the way through. What do you really can't call him a rat? What I'm saying is, he can salvage at least his career. At least his label. His image and his legacy is forever tarnished. But if he want to salvage his label, the best thing he can do is, yo, stop working with them people. Get everybody else to stop working with them people. If you got to pay niggas, whatever you got to do to get niggas just to fall back from that shit, man. Because if not, Pooh Shiesty ruined his life and you ruined yours in the process. And that ain't no win to me.
Drop them charges.
There's no video out there. There's not a lot of evidence against him.
Don't
With
do that
good
to the young
lawyers,
boy, man.
you know, maybe they could cop a good plea because the kidnapping charge alone holds mad time. You being a felon, the gun charge hold mad time.
Pooh Shiesty is facing a whole bunch of years in prison, man. That relevant conduct shit is gonna fucking hang his ass by a thread, man. The fact that he just left the feds on a robbery and caught another one is enough to get that man 20 fucking years. Big 30 might make out. Cause I don't think Big 30 got a record. But y'all see they denied Big 30 bail. My bad. Did y'all see that? Say Cheese posted it. They denied Big 30 bail because he got a 7-figure record deal on the table. That's crazy. Y'all see this? But I don't know if they denied it. It's not allowed bond because if he gets out, he has a 7-figure record deal right from a label, and he can use that money to flee. Oh, so they ain't getting denied yet. That's just the federal government. The judge ain't rule. That's just the federal government argument.
You know, people say
My
he could
bad,
face
y'all.
like 30, 25.
Yeah, I know you don't want that for him, Gucci. You from the
My bad, y'all, for showing y'all. My fault.
streets. You don't want to see Pooh Shiesty doing no 25, 30 years, man. Drop the charges and y'all niggas figure out the paperwork,
I'm
man.
gonna be honest
just
with you.
Drop the charges.
I'm gonna be
Gucci.
honest.
Get everybody in your team to drop
Yo,
the
listen,
fucking charges. man.
listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. He had the other guys with him. I think those were more the cooperators, but he did put a statement allegedly.
He put a statement in the record too.
Allegedly, but on the song definitely was bad.
On the
Crash
record.
Dummy was kind of like a statement because you know you
Kind of is a statement. So somebody thought it was a business meeting and all this. That nigga was on there doing some
But that might not be.
Crash Dummy is definitely a statement. It's definitely a statement. Like, come on now, Tony Yayo, don't do that. If you're gonna talk about it, be real about it. Crash Dummy was a statement. I told you I call it Exhibit A. Cause that's probably what it's gonna be presented as. Yo, if that shit really do be presented as Exhibit A, right? But for real, like, that's what I call it.
Be used in court, but they're gonna try. I would see them trying to use that song in court. But what I'm saying is, I definitely. Well, if he did the song, can you see him on the stand?
It's looking like you need to put a cease and desist on that record, Gucci. You put one on the Pooh Shiesty and Gorilla record. You need to put one on that.
This is the question. Do you hearing the record? Do you think Gucci Man will take the stand?
He might.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
possible. It's looking at his name and all type of statements. The Fed people say he gave statements. He gave statements on record. And I don't know, Gucci. Just double back, man. Let Pooh Shiesty out, man. Y'all figure out the paperwork, man.
I mean, he put out the song already. You can't. What you mean? What
They
the
can
fuck?
double back, man. He'll get 50-50 love. If niggas be like, oh, okay.
I mean, he might
Gucci
not
double back on it. Double back on that shit, Gucci. Don't
Yeah,
go out like that, man.
See, yo, same thing I said. It'll be some people that'll be like, all right, I can fuck with him again. Not me, but it will be some people that be like, all right, yo, he ain't take the stand on him. You know, he did help him get out. You know, they're doing like they did Woody. Not me though. I'm gonna call him a rat. You feel me? Like, but
listen, when the Fed subpoena you, your lawyer could definitely get it stopped.
he could say he was on, you know, he was on meds. I'm telling you, that's how he can get out of all this shit, man. I was on meds, man. I know that's gonna be Pooh Shiesty in them lawyer defense. Got to. It's documented that he on medication. It ain't a secret. He wrote a book about it. Oh, that's my whole defense. My nigga was on meds. That nigga hallucinated. He might have overdosed that day. Yeah, man, took too much. Started hallucinating. That'd be my defense on his ass. I sell that shit to the jury so motherfucking vividly. You hear me? I paid a Picasso with that bitch. Every juror gonna be like, yeah, the meds ain't nothing, you know, the meds ain't nothing to play with. You know, you can't be fucked up off of them.
You know what I'm saying? I've been subpoenaed before. You know what I'm saying? So I know, you know, by the Feds, and I know you can get it stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gucci,
You understand
don't
what
go
I'm
out
saying?
like that, man.
But the Feds do put pressure. That's why I said, like, with little TJ and that other, going back to that situation, you on a federal fucking,
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car.
Yeah, but Pooh in jail ain't gonna stop criminals.
Insurance.
That's great,
but can you ask your
So
friend?
you know, Pooh getting arrested ain't gonna stop. Yeah, yo, Pooh Shiesty being arrested ain't gonna stop crimes from happening, yo. Like, I think people see that's the shit that people don't get. Like, yo, crime happens a lot of times through desperation, yo. Like, it's only way you can stop crime is if you fix the economic problems that create crime. I mean, crime is created through economics, man. So it don't matter how many people you arrest, yo. It don't matter how many people you give life in prison to. Crime isn't going to stop until you fix the economics in the community that crime dwells in. That's the part that people ain't getting. That's the shit that Charleston White keep selling people, this idea of snitching and whack 100. And we got all these snitching ass. Yo, but that's not going to stop crime, yo. It might stop Pooh Shiesty. Yo, but it's another Pooh Shiesty coming up and ready to take a spot. And there's another one after that. And another one after that. And another one after that. Like, you're not going to, that doesn't solve crime, yo. It gets to a point where all we doing is just gifting our people to the system, yo. And then at that point, are we benefiting? You know, because some of these people are criminals, are fathers too. You know, some of these motherfuckers got kids and they take great care of their kids and they just do whatever they gotta do to survive. So that mind frame or that mentality of, you know, we just want criminals off the streets, for one, it only pertains to fucking black people. You don't see no other race of people championing their people going to jail. Let's deal with that first. There's no other race in America that champions their people going to jail like fucking black people. I'll never be that.
place, reservation. It's federal. All that shit.
I seen Jeezy put up a video not too long ago, like life is good. I know Jeezy feeling good right now. Kept it solid, stand up, all that shit. Shout out to Jeezy right now, man. Just want to shout out to Jeezy.
I think it's really hurting Gucci right now in the streets because he just did the verses. What year was that? Well, it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago? And you were saying, you know, dig up your dead man. So people look at you as the fucking streets as the nigga that caught a body.
Yeah.
And you know,
Can't do that,
from the
man.
South, like, cause we can't take nothing from Gucci Man, Brick Squad, shout to Waka, Free Frenchie, like they didn't have hits.
Shout out to
You know what
Waka.
I'm
That's
saying?
my dog. Waka was good, boy.
That versus was 6 years ago, by the way.
The verses was 6 years ago, but still people that put it like this.
Right.
Dipset and D Block was the biggest verses,
Block,
and Gucci and Jeezy was the biggest verses. So Gucci got the pressure of the streets. You never, like you said, he wasn't supposed to do that.
Can't do that, man.
You know, and I seen like a days later, he was like, he's signing an artist.
And look, Gucci only acted a fool like that on Versus because he had Pooh Shiesty in there with him. Think about that. So, he used them people for muscle. Then the muscle turned on him, and he told on them niggas. So if shit would have went up backstage at that Versus battle, and Pooh Shiesty used his muscle to protect Gucci, man, Gucci would have told on them boys, man. He'd have told on them boys, man. Y'all gotta remember, Pooh Shiesty was there. Pooh Shiesty and the Chopper Gang, they all was there, y'all, at that Versus battle. Gucci probably wouldn't have reacted like that if they wasn't there. He knew them boys had his back 10 toes. They was willing to die about that shit that day. And he was willing to use that shit. That's a fuck boy, y'all. That's the characteristic of a rat. And we see the results of it. That's the stuff I be trying to explain to y'all about these people and why they're not honorable. The same person that would do that will tell on you. The same person that will crack slick because he got a gang of young niggas with him is the same person that will tell on you, man.
For $2 million, I don't know. I'm not saying the artist
probably
won't or
but I
will.
will.
Niggas ain't
But
fucking
yeah,
with that.
street credibility
Niggas
does
ain't fucking with that.
hold a lot of weight in this game.
Yeah, it's over for Gucci. If he go out like that, it's over for Gucci, man.
Yeah, I mean, with the song alone, do you think not saying it's over now?
Yeah, it is. It's over for him now.
And I like Gucci Man, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, he's a lot of dudes' heroes. I had a record with Gucci. I got my record back fast. Word. Like 2 days later. I called Boosie, got a record from Boosie 2 days later. Called Yo Gotti, got a record with them. Got a record with Waka. Shit was done fast. Like, that's why I like the down south niggas the way they work. They work ethic. But Gucci, you got a whole catalog and a whole career. And I feel like this one song just damaged everything.
It did.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way for him to recover from this?
Fuck no.
I don't think so, bro.
Fuck no.
An open case and you rapping about it, I could see if you know if the case wasn't.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, people not really evaluating this correctly. Gucci is done. Like, for all people co-signing what he did, yo, you co-signing also the demise of him. Because he done. Career over. 1017 graveyard. He done, man. I guarantee you he done. I'm be here to witness it. I guarantee he won't sign no man. I guarantee that if he sign another artist, they ain't going nowhere. Motherfucker might listen to the first song, and that's it.
There, even if the case wasn't there and you rapped about it and we had to think about it, it wouldn't be that bad. But the case is right there, like right when they get locked up, like 2 days later, the record is out.
Sucker shit, man.
Because remember, this robbery's supposed to happen 3 months ago. The feds didn't have nothing. You know, they got a lot of so-called shit. You know, but with the record, yeah, their lawyers can fight and say, you know, that's not, you can't count that in court.
Shit.
Their lawyers can fight the record, but the feds definitely want to use that record.
That shit coming in
These
court.
niggas giving statements and all type of shit
That's
like that,
coming
man.
in court.
These niggas is locked
If
up
they,
now
if,
behind
if
the
they was
statements,
allowed to use Dirk lyrics in court that never referenced the murder of Quando Rondo cousin, they definitely using this in court who referenced the whole incident. Like, I don't even think that's a discussion. They definitely using that shit in court.
At
the end of the day, I just feel like it.
Nope. Nah. Yo, Gucci's the equivalent. Let me give you the, because I see a lot of people saying that, right? Gunna, Thug, 6ix9ine. Yo, Thug career is done anyway. Like, Thug ain't, your shit done. But Gucci and Gunna and 6ix9ine situation is totally different. Gunna and 6ix9ine situation is more alike than Gucci's. Know what would be the equivalent? Boosie. If Boosie was the rat, it'd be the same thing as what Gucci is. Yo, Gucci never was mainstream. I think people keep forgetting that. Young Thug was way more mainstream than Gucci. Gunna was more of a Gunna was more mainstream. Gunna had more a diverse audience. Gunna had females and shit rocking. I mean, listen to his music. 6ix9ine, most people knew 6ix9ine wasn't from the streets. Like nobody was surprised when 6ix9ine told. If you go back to when he first got arrested, I think I said, oh, he definitely telling. We already knew he told on the Breakfast Club. Yo, but Gucci had the streets, man. That's all Gucci had. He didn't have nobody else but the streets. So the crazy thing about it is the people that's co-signing and vouching for him, yeah, they probably wasn't even Gucci Mane fans growing up, yo. Gucci had the streets, man. Like, in order to fuck with Gucci, you had to be fucking with the club scene, fucking with the bras, or outside selling drugs, or, that was Gucci core audience. By him doing what he did, yo, he lost his core fan base. It's a girl on here dissing Gucci. I think she part of Chopper Gang. I think her name Kate Carbon. She went in on Gucci motherfucking ass. I ain't gonna lie, I like the song. Kate Corbin or Kate Carbon or something like that. Called Stay Strapped. Man, she went in on Gucci. They got females dissing them, man. She said, man, you have episodes. Anybody do shit to you, nigga. I'm telling you, yo, that'll be my defense as the defense team, man. That man had an episode, man. I get excerpts from his book. You heard me? Man, I bring the book and evidence. Man, that man had listen to the chapter 3, fucking verse 6. Listen to this guy, man. He be delusional and shit. Can't believe this nigga, man. This nigga not a credible witness.
But I ain't gonna never be no victim. Got the feds raiding my house. Talking about Rager Davis anthem. I'm in East Atlanta posted. This your hood, ain't it, nigga? They like, man, Carbon, you good. Fuck Gucci, ain't shit with them. Oh, God, nigga, they do not fuck with you. Your hood do not fuck with you. Stop claiming this shit. They said you cannot come back and fuck that today, bitch. Everything you drop is whack. Oh, I never heard a song from you, period, bitch. And when I see you, I'ma smack you, bitch. You for the internet. If anybody wanna get slipped out about this shit, oh, my mama, they gonna forget that.
Man, she talking about putting hands on him. Hey, yo, this shit have never happened like this, man. They got females dissing them, man. That man career is over, man. It's done. All right, now Allstar JR, man. Allstar fucking JR.
Altercation originally.
That's the song. I don't really like how he handled it in this situation, y'all. Like, I guess the urge, to chase clout off a situation is like irresistible, yo. But he ain't gotta do this, yo. Because to be honest, if because he won, first and foremost, he won the situation, and it's like he coming off as a clown. To be honest, you feel me? Because like how it used to be is if it's almost like hitting the game winning shot. Don't you know how NBA players hit the game winning shot and then they just stone face, no celebration, no nothing? Because it's like I did this before. No, that's the mentality you used to carry. Like, this shit ain't about nothing. Nigga plead, nigga leave. Next. You feel me? Ain't nothing else to talk about. We not going to dwell on this situation. We going to move forward. What it is, what it is. So I don't really necessarily like all the trolling that's going on. Even though I can get it, you know. Shit, they played with you. You know, you got the right to do whatever you think need to be done. But if we being totally honest, like totally honest, if it ever came down to a beef between them niggas and NBA, yo, we know how that shit gonna go. Yo, one of the worst things you can do is beef with a person that got more money than you, man. I thought, you know, I remember that was the saying. You can't beef with a nigga that got more money than you. How? How you gonna do that? Like, and you beef with a dude that got way more money than you. So much money that he can get one of your right-hand mans to touch you, man. Not saying that it'll go that route. Not saying that I want it to go that way. But to say that the thought of it, if I was him, I would completely understand that. I would take my win and continue rapping. But I won't continue talking about the situation. Because I know that no matter how gangster I am, no matter how gangster my niggas is, no matter how thorough they is, yo, money is undefeated. You understand? Money is undefeated. You can't beef against money, man. Nigga, if a nigga put $1 million in your hood, they gonna kill you, bro. You feel me? Like, that simple. That simple, yo. It might be the nigga you never expect. Might be your right hand man. If a nigga drop $1 million in any hood, yo, nigga gonna catch up with you, man. Fast. Ain't gonna take long either. So I get the trolling, but I don't really like it. I don't really like it. But this song, alright though. Nice song for real.
It appears what they were doing was trying to take his chain. Police say a fight escalated, ending.
It's not the song. It's not it. It's this one right here. I like actually what he did with that song. He actually promoted that song the same way, and that song ain't talking nothing about the shit. That wasn't a bad idea. But this shit right here. You think money can't entice one of them niggas? Or a few of them niggas? Then they put a copyright strip at the bottom. So I don't know what video it was. I don't know if this one or the last one. But you don't think money can entice a few of these niggas, man? Like, you can't hang around 20 niggas. Like, yo, that is a losing formula. You feel me? Like, that's how you tell Shorty still young. What he about? 30? You can't hang around 20 niggas, man. All of them ain't solid. You got a few rats over that bitch. A few snakes. You know what I mean? A few niggas that don't like you. A few niggas that want to be you. And probably got 3 real friends. And if a nigga drop a bag over that bitch in that circle, one of them niggas gonna touch yo, man. So I just don't understand. I just think it's stupid. But it's his life. You gotta live it. You know, hopefully nothing happen. I don't want nothing to happen to him because he did what needed to be done, you know, for a situation that occurred. But I wouldn't handle it. I wouldn't recommend it. If I was his big homie, I wouldn't be like, yo, come on, don't do that. Don't put that out. We ain't gotta do that. Now you can, if you want to use that situation to, you know, promote your rap career. I know that's the thing. Go ahead and do that, yo. But to resort to this level of trolling, it's like, he ain't gotta do that. But at least he did provide clarity that it was one of their guns. So in the middle of them jumping on him, he ended up picking up the gun and killing him. Or shooting one on him. Now, I don't know what's going on with BEN10. You know, you got some people saying that they talked to him. You got people posting screenshots. Yo, but in today's society, if he really was okay, he'd have went live. We know that. I mean, if he really was okay, like they said he was. Now, I'm not saying he ain't. But what I'm saying is, they talking about he walking around, he in good spirits. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. He could still be alive. But I don't think he walking around talking and moving around. I think if that was the case, he'd have went live himself. But getting late. 11:27. Y'all make sure I hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the live. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's another that keeps you new. And